And the other thing that I think we all need to do is we need to look for triggers. So what are the circumstances where bias occurs? And the more you can see where it's likely to happen, the more you can take action to do something about it. So that is a bit about being a detective. But if you can notice that your boss in certain circumstances is likely to do something inappropriate or not exactly fair, then you can decide what tactic you might like to do about that. If you just keep always letting it go or not even noticing it, you disempower yourself and you collude with it in a way. So you need to look for triggers. And triggers go both ways. So you quite often will cause a trigger. So one of the pieces of research that I used, that I found for today, was about women using 7 different voices. So what? 7 different voices? They have their girlfriend voice. Hello. They have their mummy voice. You all right? Still going okay? 7 different voices. And they slip into them, especially when they're under pressure. Well, you don't want to have a trigger that causes you to use any of those ones. And I can't even remember the 4. It's in the resources. But I thought, that is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? That something can happen and cause you to behave in a way that normally you just wouldn't do. You'd be more professional than that. So that links into reactions as well. So when something happens, what's your reaction? Do you blush? Do you roll your sleeves up and think, right, I'm going to get them? Do you spit in their tea? What do you do now, currently? And what might you want to do in the future that's a bit more healthy? But I can absolutely guarantee you, if you've had a reaction, then something has happened. And if you go back over the equations that we did today, you might be able to unpick it. Because a lot of us take this personally. We think back to, especially imposter syndrome and those sorts of things. We think, it must be us. There's something wrong with me. And actually it's not. So thinking about your reactions. And you need to audit things. So you need to just check things out. And just think about it. Just do more reflective practice. What happened in that meeting? What went on there? How did I get to where I am now? What was the system? How can I audit that in some way, even in your own mind? And in our resources, we've got an unconscious bias mirror, which looks at typical biases that occur in meetings. And it's just a bit of reflective practice. It just says, at the end of a meeting, just think about these bias. Think about whether any of them have occurred, and then think about what strategy you can use next time so that over time, you're starting to eliminate it.